Hey guys, Frank here. Welcome to another video. This time I am in Montreal, Canada, and I am flying to, I think, Portland, Maine. Let's see, let me jump over to Sky Vector and yeah, Portland International. It's a 215 nautical mile flight. Estimated time en route is about 50 minutes. So yeah, I am going to try to make this video a little shorter than normal. So yeah, let's get started. Let's see. Okay, so I'm in the 10, the Citation 10 by X-Plane, and I am over at Shell Aviation in Montreal. Everything's default, at least this is default scenery. I am running ortho in certain places. I'm not running in the ortho in the north, so this should be all default. Um, I am running traffic global. You can see the labels. Blue is general aviation and red is airline traffic. Okay, so enough with the preamble. Let's do this. All right, so I do have a checklist. Um, I will put the checklist in the notes below if you want to grab it. If for flying the the Citation 10 that I often refer to as just the 10. Okay, and so yeah. Okay, documents on board. Takeoff briefing is completed. Gear lever is down, and I'm just going through the checklist. Circuit breakers are all in. Um, Fuel boost switches can go to normal. Three-way switches here. And I'm going to go through this a little bit as fast as I can. So if I go really fast, it's because I'm going as fast as I can. Ignition can go off, and standby power goes on. And standby power will power the standby instruments. And okay. Hydraulic A pump can go on. Make sure I can power up my brakes. And ground recognition lights can go on. All right, one click, three-way switch. Third switch up is strobes. APU master can come on. APU can go to start, and what did my master? Oh, I skipped my batteries. Duh. Okay, I skipped a couple of things. Batteries can go on, and ECAS can come on. With my company, we like being able to turn on our ECAS to make sure that that we can see what our hydraulic pressures are. See, I turned on the wrong one. Turned on anti-skid. Yeah, so hydraulic pressure is up. Okay. So that's the purpose of powering up the ECAS before we turn our avionics on. Okay, APU master can come on. There we go, because we got battery power to it. And APU start switch can come on. I can turn the generator on while it's powering up. And I want to see it power up to about 100% before I turn the bleed air on. And after the bleed air comes on, then I turn on the packs, so that we can get the cabin and cockpit at a decent temperature. It is cold outside. Outside temperature is, let's see, APU master come on, packs are on, avionics power can come on. Outside air temperature is -4 degrees. So yeah, that's pretty cold. So yeah, we'll hopefully start getting a little heat from the bleed, from the APU bleed. All right, and yeah, so Next thing, radio. So I like to tune the radio at this point and jump back over to Sky Vector. All right, so I am going to pull my flight plan over because I do want to share that with you guys. So yeah, I am avoiding this more here. Flight the flight cruising altitude today is only 9,000 feet. Excuse me. So yeah, I want to avoid this more, and actually there are several mores here, but yeah, more. Um, the Yankee 1 and 2 more, and the Yankee 1 and then the Yankee 2 more is to be avoided this time of day. So yeah, so we're gonna fly um, from Montreal down to BVT, a waypoint, a VOR, to this VOR, to this um, D 80 is it ADF shucks with DME uh, and not DME, what's this thing called? Shucks, brain freezes, right? Okay, and then over to this GPS waypoint, up to this airport, and over to Portland. So yeah, we'll get a we'll figure out our landing uh, runway en route. All right, so with that done, let's get back to our flight and tune our radio. For some reason, in I don't get airport diagrams for the airports in Canada, so I'm gonna have to feel my way around or use an alternative source. Anyway, let's see. Frequencies for ADOS, it's 133.3. I put 133.7. That's already tuned in from landing. And clearance delivery is 125.6. To be honest with you, if I was doing a pilot edge flight, if they had coverage out here, then I would put in this frequency and flip it in, get it, flip to it immediately after getting the ATIS. But VATSIM, I think, tend to use sometimes their own frequencies, and I'm not actually doing a VATSIM flight. Perhaps I should, right? Let's see. And I wonder if VATSIM is online. So as I suspected, VATSIM is not actually online, but let's go ahead and keep moving through our chat list. Ground recognition lights, APU master is on, APU start is on, APU generator is on. And let's go ahead and turn this up to max. Yes, it is. Environmental packs are on, and avionics power is on. Radios need tuning. So that is where I stopped. We were just checking. We had already looked and saw that our put in clearance delivery. So let's check ground and tower. So we're on tower, and let's flip in, let's make ground, let's flip in ground, which is ground is point 0 and point 9. All right, and we'll flip that in. All right, so radios are tuned, and go back to the chat list. I'll tell you what, I'll pull the chat list over for a second, give you guys an idea of what I'm looking at. So radios are tuned, and let's see, so I'm here, and now I just need to listen to my ADAs. So let's go ahead and do that. And let me get an ink pen and my scratch pad, and go ahead and let's see. I think we had ADAs tuned for COM2.
Is at 6 knots. Visibility 9 miles. Snow. Sky conditions scattered at 2,000. Scattered at 4,300. Temperature -3. Dew point -6. Altimeter 3042. Advise on initial contact. You have information. Whiskey.
Whiskey. No, I don't have any whiskey.
Montreal Trudeau International Information. Whiskey 1545 Zulu arriving. Runways 24 right. 28. Departing runways 24 left. 28. Weather. Wind 230 degrees at 6 knots. Visibility 9 miles. Snow. Sky conditions scattered at 2,000. Scattered at 4,300.
Got it.
Temperature -3. Dew point -6. Altimeter 304.
And I don't see any snow out there. I'll tell you what, let's check real weather here. And customize weather. Download real weather. Yep, that's set. And resume. Yeah, so I don't see any snow. But I think X-Plane has come a long way with their weather system, but that's not to say that it's done. All right, so next thing on my checklist is to drag that out of the way here. Let's see, so I got the radio pilots, the radio, conflating that in autopilot. And now I just need to set up the autopilot. So I initialize my position and GPS, I guess they're close enough for me to load GPS position 1, reference waypoint. Yep, so we can do there. I'll go ahead and go to flight plan. And our destination is Kilo Whiskey Papa Lima, I think it is. Check. Kilo Papa Whiskey Mike. Oh, I was way off. Kilo Papa Whiskey Mike. Destination. Via MP. Going straight to the VOR MPV. Most valuable player. And that's going to be the one in the United States. And then straight to Lima Alpha Hotel. Lima Alpha Hotel. And then we got this waypoint, this GPS waypoint called Grump G Aura UMP Mike Papa. Okay, and then that's going to go on the next page, looks like. And then we'll overfly November Hotel 31, New Hampshire. All right, and then we go straight to our destination. We'll do an approach. We'll figure out an approach a bit later on. Okay, so next page 1. Okay, so that's good. Let's go print our purse. Initialization. I got 5 pages there. And our initial altitude is going to be 9,000. And next, and our fuel. Let's see. I think we may have enough fuel. Yep, I think we do. I'll get this sometime. Yeah. Let's see if we can resolve that. Don't know if I can, because every time I get that, I can never resolve it. I can never resolve it. So, I've tried several things to resolve the fuel issue, and I am not able to resolve it right now. I might circle back to it. I might not. We just have to see. All right, so let's just go on to the next page. See if, yeah, see, I think if I can resolve it, then I would get. Let me try this one more time. And nope, not working. Not working. All right, so let's go on to perf here and perf data, 4 pages. And if there's anything I need to put in there, let's go directly to takeoff. Next page, next page. I can't change it to wet, which I could. All right, and flaps 15, takeoff weight. All right, next. Yeah, it's giving me V-speeds, but that's with, I'm not sure what the fuel status on that is. It might be that it's using the sense fuel. I'm not sure. All right, so let's go to climb and double check that. Yeah, that's okay. 1 page cruise and cruise altitude. 0.85 on the cruise. I think that's about 300 knots indicated. And next page, descent, 3-degree angle. I could change that, but 3 degree is fine. And landing, we got the outside air temperature and the winds is 232. So that's, actually we can use that, right? So, and the way we can use that information, if we go back to Sky Vector and bring up the airport diagram, then we know the winds are 3.2. So we got 2.9 and 3.6. We want the LPO. The LPO is right here by the fire station. So it's really convenient either way. If we landed on 3.6, we could get off on Gulf and go. If we landed on 2.9, we could get off on Charlie and go. Probably why not having to get off on Delta. 3.9 is a lot longer, and the weather, let's say we got 6,100 foot runway here and a 7,200 foot runway here. Could be a little icy on the ground, so yeah, could be, but actually we got the LPO up here also, but this is the LPO we're going to. So yeah, let's go to, let's do 3.6. See if we can get a high LS for 3.6. So let's move that out of the way. And now, arrival. It won't let me do an arrival. Let's see. Now, yeah, let's see. So it won't let me do an arrival. I'll choose an arrival right now. Now, departure. We are departing. Now, what are we departing? I guess we should think about the weather here. We did note the winds. Winds were 230 at 6. So 230. So we'll do runway 24 4-hour departure, and we've got 2 runways. One is significantly longer than the other, and because of the weather, we want the longest one. Let's see. So let's get our scene fly set up. So we want 24 left, and let's see previous. Let's do 24 left. And activate that guy. All right, let's see if it lets us do an arrival now. Nope. Still won't let us do an arrival. Flight plan. We do the next. Destination. Previous. Discontinuities. So runway 24 left, MPV to LA to Grump to Portland. All right, so that's the plan. And we either have to do a visual or divert. And you know me, guys, I'll set her down as long as I can see the runway. Okay, so for all intents and purposes, we've got a working flight plan. Let's move this one and see if it allow any changes. Nope, still no changes. Flight plan warning test comes next. I'm gonna speed through these. All right, warning test checks out, and V speeds are set. Altimeter is 3042. All right, so 3042 set here, and 3042 is set here. All right, and looks like we are about 120 feet above sea level or somewhere thereabout. I could compare that against Sky Vector just for good measure. Get that cross check, and 118. Yep, so I'm good. All right, cross-checked. And back to the checklist. All right, hydraulics have been checked, and we are good for engine startup. All right, doors and windows are closed. Seatbelt sign can go on, and let's see, enter ice as required, and we probably should. Actually, I probably need to move anti-ice to after we get this guy started up, right? Um, little mental note there to work on the checklist. Okay. Um, Now let's see. What do we want to do? Actually, we want to. We got our anti-collision lights on, but we'll go ahead on and turn our nav lights on to let these guys know that we're going to start up. And well, actually, they may not even see our nav, so we'll temporarily turn on our strobes. All right, and get this guy started. All right, then give him the hand sign for one. Actually, we don't have a marshaller, so we just do a check and kind of look out the window, see if we see anybody. No, we don't. This technically is a two-pilot aircraft, so first officer can look out. And so throttles should be in a cutoff position. We're good to go there. And environmental packs can go off while we start up. And all right, so let's get engine number 2 started. All right, so this guy can go to norm. We want 20% on N2, and then we'll give it some throttle here. All right, bring that up. Got light off. If you guys can hear this. Engine number 1. That sounds stable. All right, so engine number 1. Turn that guy off. Turn this on. Number 1. Looking for 20% on N2. And give it some fuel. Got light off. ITT is coming up. 100 degrees already. $200 degrees on ITT. 300 degrees, and she should stabilize. She's starting to stabilize. So, yep, that constitute, in my book, a good engine start. ICAS and the ICAS and the instrument panel look okay. Engine gauges. So we turn our generators on and zoom in a little bit so we can read them. Gen right, gen left are on. All right. Hydraulic pump can go off. Let's check our hydraulic pressure. Got them on both A and B side. And our APU start can go off. A bleed can go off. And our generator can go off. I'm actually gonna leave the generator on. It doesn't make any difference. I saw that if I'm looking at a real world video, but I am going to leave the power on the generator. I'm just going to have it off, but so I don't have to restart the master uh, when I land. All right. So so where are we? APU bleeds. Okay, passenger oxygen can go to auto, and center wings can go to norm, which they are set already. And let's see, where are we? Where are we? Cabin pressure can be set. It's by default always set to about 49,000, but we're gonna set it to 25,000, even though we won't be getting nowhere near that that height. It's really a low flight. And let's see what else we got here. We got get our taxi instructions. So let's go ahead and work that out. Okay, so I am right here, and 2-4 left is right here, and it doesn't make any sense to cross 2-4 left, taxi way up here, and come all the way around here to get on this taxiway to grab. Let's see. Actually, we have to come all the way around here. Let's see. Can you guys see the? Let's see. Where's 2-4? Yeah. 2-4 right is way over here, so we have to come all the way up, go all the way. We have to cross, come up all the way around, and come all the way over, and then down like so. And so yeah, we're gonna go ahead and do 2-4 left here, and got our engine started. Let's pull our checklist back up. So easy to get away from that thing. I'll be ready to go. All right. Taxi instructions pre-takeoff. Windshield heat can come on. And let's just make sure that we get that's pitot heat. Windshield heat's here. All right. And we turn that on now because don't want them frosting up. Flaps as required. We are doing the flap 15 takeoff. So this is my flap indicator. Flap 15 is indicated. And land and taxi lights taxi lights can go on. All right, so taxi lights can go on. Taxi lights are down here. And we are ready to taxi. And at this point, we'll make our call. Let's see, we're on ground. And Montreal ground citation 750 Sierra Whiskey is at Shell Aviation. We are ready to taxi. We've got the weather. Kilo is confirmed. Taxi to runway 24 via taxiway. And I didn't note that number, so. Correction, 24 left via taxiway. Alright, so 24 left. Okay, so we will turn our brakes off. Do a brake check. Brakes are working. Left brake, right brake, and we'll find our yellow brick road. Do I see a yellow brick road up there? Let's see. Clear. Clear. All right. There's a yellow brick road. There's a yellow brick road. And looks like we're gonna be taxiing via Romeo. Alright, clear. Sure nothing's coming. Alright, clear there. Clear here. It is hard for me to train my brain for this flight simulator. So taxiing for me is the hardest part physically on my body, on my brain when I'm simming. I literally almost want to get airsick. I can feel it. And it's just tough for me to do. Right? Get out taxi on and hope they're on the yellow brick road there. I haven't had a drink in years, yet I am dancing all on the yellow line. All right. I don't see any snow. Why is my sim not showing any snow? Okay, so flaps is 15, and let's put in our transponder code what do we got? 1603. That'll work. And change to tower. Montreal Tower, Citation 7500 Whiskey, holding at runway 24 left, ready to depart IFR to Portland. Clear for takeoff, runway 24 left, Citation 7500 Sierra Whiskey, no delay. Alright, so I got a something on approach there, so it's about 6 miles back. So as long as I don't sit there and pitter and patter, then he won't have to go around, and I can get on the runway and take off. All right, so don't want to pitter and patter, but I do want my landing lights on, and I do want my strobes on, which they are already on. Alright, so let's make this happen. Takeoff power is set. We'll get to set our height. Got 2500, looks good. Rotate. Rotation. Get the positive rate gear up, flaps up. Flaps 5.
1,000.
Right. Flight director on. Y'all damper is on. out the window. Loading at 13 here. Hand flied a little bit. I ain't in no rush. I am not really in a big rush to get up in those clouds. But the clouds are going to come down to me, so let's go ahead and turn on our flight. Bump up 250 on the speed. Engage our autopilot. And get our slats out. Set our height to our cruise altitude. Gears up, flaps are up. So why am I seeing the barber pole at such a low altitude? Airspeed. Might be because we're so low. So let's do a vertical speed climb here. And set that guy to 2500 and go ahead and start that climb to 9. See, scattered at 16 at 35, so we might be to climb above the clouds at 9,000. I got my fingers crossed. I'm not sure why I'm getting a red line here. Flaps are up. Anyway, let's go through the after takeoff checklist. Gears up, autopilot's engaged, flight director's on, landing lights can go off. Climb power is set. Actually, Okay, oil pressure is in the green and flaps are retracted. And yeah, we're good. So let's do our climb checklist. Seatbelt sign can go off. Shall we leave that on? Okay, we are climbing above the weather, so the air should smooth out. So yeah, we'll disengage the seatbelt sign. 1,000 to go. All right, seatbelt signs are off. Strobes can stay on. Cabin pressure as required. Anti-ice as required. Probably should throw on these anti-ice. Might have picked up a little ice that I need to deal with. Probably should have turned those on before I took off in my pack, so I forgot to turn those back on. Could that be why I was getting those red lines? Turn them off and see. Well, it seemed to have resolved. I actually, yeah, said it took back. Okay. But yeah, so yeah, I want to fly about 300 knots, somewhere thereabout. Okay, so let's look at what we got going on here. And the triangles that you see on my MFD is traffic. The circles are airports, and I've got the VORs turned off. So if I turn on the VORs, not seeing them come on. All right, see some stuff on my stabilizer AI. Got some stuff to attend to here. Okay, so into ice. Heat. Turn that on. That's a no-no. Yeah, you know, funny thing, pitot heat is on my climb, and somehow or another I skipped right past the seatbelt sign strobes. I did cabin pressure, and then I think I went on to something else. Really skipped pitot heat here. Okay, so anyway, that was a no-no. In fact, really should turn pitot heat on. Should have turned it on right here under pre-takeoff. So yeah. Just not getting it on. So anyway, go figure. All right, so I'm gonna get some caution. Yellow is caution, and wing anti-ice code, left and right. So what does that mean? Light is not going to help. Got all my ice and stuff on. And still getting this caution. Well, we are dealing with a little visible moisture, so we'll leave the ice and stuff on. Outside air temperature is -12. About 411. So with Extreme 12, I've been noticing that for a while there, I was thinking, all right, here are clouds that are higher than these clouds, so there must be significant weather over there. But I am not sure that's the case. Maybe it is. It must be. But the way it chops off, so we got some mix that we're going through. So let's go ahead and put on our seatbelt sign. Signs are on. Usually when we go through these clouds, we get a little turbulent air. And we are actually not flying that fast today because of the weather and the low altitude. We want to keep it around 300 feet. 300 knots, I mean. But I keep focusing on these cast messages. AI on all. All right, so let me try this, guys. I'm gonna turn off my AI for a second. I mean my anti-ice for a second. See what happens. All right, so let's turn the engine. Auto, okay, so this perhaps is just cautionary information. Set the master caution so it's not leaking. So just let me know that my stabilizer anti-ice is on. Now I'm also getting cold. Let me zoom in on my range a little bit. Let's see, 32 nautical miles to my next waypoint to MPV, and estimated time en route is not shown. I wonder why that's not showing. I guess that may not be modeled. Anyway, so yeah, I guess that's all of that stuff is just caution. And this lets me know that my wing slat anti-ice is on, and hit the master caution to stop it from blinking. Okay, so I feel a little bit better about that because I would be picking up significant ice. I was hoping the icing would be better modeled on an Extreme 12, and I am hoping that it's something that's on the list of things to do for Extreme 12 is to take icing, build up on the frame, see the turbulence, which is why we are putting, well, we got the seatbelt signs on. Let's see if we can get a look at the wing because I'm actually not really walking in the back. It's just more just zooming into the back, zooming the view into the back that way. Out of all these years that I've used X-Plane 12, I mean X-Plane, I still hadn't figured out how to walk around. I can turn, but I guess it's a matter of mapping keys, and I haven't mapped any keys to allow me to move forward. In fact, there may already be keys mapped. All right, so let's see, where are we here? 13 nautical miles from MPV, and more turbulence going through these clouds. Hoping that if XP Realistic will notice that in some update for XP Realistic, I'm hoping that they would notice that Laminar Research has modeled turbulence going through clouds and actually get XP Realistic to piggyback on that turbulence, if that makes any sense. All right. Side view. And a flyby. Man, I like the sound of those. All right. Now, one thing that's not in the checklist that probably should be is the first thing that I may want to do is make sure that my interior master is turned on. A lot of the stuff in this aircraft is just not modeled, so turning it on has absolutely no effect except for immersion. But guys who have talent, grab this thing, mod it. All right, half a nautical mile, and there we go. All right, so I guess it wouldn't be a bad idea now to start thinking about our approach into Portland, which means that it would be smart to get some information. All right, so Portland, we were going to, let's see, I believe that we were going to use runway 36 into Portland, and if we're going to use runway 36, then we might as well use the ILS. Here's an RNAV for 36. All right, so let's think about using the RNAV, GPS RNAV. All right, so I can't use an RNAV because in order to use an RNAV, I need to be able to program it into my GPS, which I don't seem to be able to do. And so I either have to use 29 or a visual for 36. All right, so let's plan to use the visual for 3.6, but set the localizer up for 2.9, just in case. So the localizer frequency is 109.9. Set this guy up on the pilot side for the localizer. Load 2. Now this is okay, bearing 2 is off. I have no idea what I'm doing. Alright, so let's close this one up. See if there is another one here. Alright, let's grab that one. And nav 2. There we go. So in this aircraft, 2 corresponds to the first officer. 109.9. 109.9. Okay. And we're making this turn.
Bank angle.
Stop complaining about the bank angle. Let's get back to where we were. So we've got the localizer set up for runway 29 in case the weather won't allow for visual. Because let's face it, I'm not using ATC, so I won't know until I get there. But you know, I could go to well, actually, I could get the ATIS and see what it says. ATIS for Portland is 119.05. 9.05. I would want to put it in the nav. Take some time to scroll this down. Stick it in. Pop in COM2. And when we're in range, it'll let us know. Alright. So let's pop this guy out a little bit.
Portland International Jetport information Mike 1715 Zulu arriving runway 29er, departing runway 29er, weather, wind 280 degrees at 8 knots, visibility more than 10 miles, sky clear, temperature 2, Dew point -6. Altimeter 3029er. Advise on initial contact. You have information, Mike.
Information, Mike. So,
Portland International Jetport. Information, Mike. 1715 Zulu. Arriving.
so what I learned is that winds, that the visibility is greater than 10 miles, so we could do 3.6, but the winds are really favoring 2.9er. So the FBO is not hard to get to from 2.9 or 3.6, so we might as well do 2.9, right? In which case we might as well do the ILS. So to pop that in for the, how shall I say, for the radio. We got that, yeah, we do have it set up on nav 1, 109.9, yep. And we're at 300 knots. Let's see, let's get rid of these guys. Don't really need them. And look at the little islands. How about that? At 9,000 feet. You can see the road system and the trees. Really see the houses, but news, good news. X-Plane is looking into, I want to say working on, but looking into being able to stream scenery. I can't say that if they ever stream scenery, it's going to look like Microsoft Flight Sims. Because they don't have, to my knowledge, the Black Shark technology that take the rooftops and extract buildings from them, which is what Black Shark does. Any of you guys who fly Microsoft Flight Sim always see this Black Shark logo comes up. And that's their job, to take that scenery, that photogrammetry, satellite imagery, and I don't have an ortho here, but you know, if it sees a roof there, then it can figure out, well, about how tall that building is, and a rough, where it can get the geometric shape of the building. I can see that being a no-brainer, but getting the heights is, something that I think is a tough thing. All right. So why am I out of that's because I didn't have a out here. Didn't have a waypoint. K E Papa Whiskey Mike. Look at red. Correct. 37 nautical miles, And that's going to put us on a straight in for, I think, 9, 29 minus 18, 12, 10. 11. Shucks, I can't subtract. That's going to put us in straight in from roughly 11. And that's not what we want, so we'll fly downwind. So we flew over this guy, but we got off course because our butt went away. So we chartered a new course back to the airport. So yeah, that's what's going on. And this is the airport here. Yep, that's the airport there. Okay, now VRRs are showing up. Maybe we just didn't have any before. All right, so yeah, let's go ahead and get down. Let's slow down. And get down. Get down, get down. Jungle buggy. Get down, get down. I'm giving away my age by the age of songs. Okay, so we'll come down to 2,000. Truck speed. 1,000. Speed brake here. Now, we were flying around at 300 knots under 10,000 feet, right? That ain't gonna happen. But hey, if you don't tell the FAA, I won't. We got our speed brake deployed to slow us down. Looking for around 200. Back off on that thrust a little bit. Take those speed brakes out. Thrust factor in one of about 32. Let's see what happens. So far, so good. Picking up a little speed. Bring it down. Speed. 6. Alright, seem to be losing a little speed, so we'll leave it here at 25.3. Alright, and we'll go to 26 point something. finessing the thrust. All right, so we're at 187. About 28. And we're 13.4 nautical miles from the airport. All right, so let's get our heading bug set, push it to sync. I'm gonna pop this out so I can manipulate the heading bug and see what I'm doing. All right, so I'm gonna bring it over to this, and I'm gonna go ahead and I don't want to fly directly over the runway. I'm gonna do this downwind. Oh, look at that. That kind of reminded me of X-Plane 11, but that must have been a wind shear because guess that can happen. Bring toward that just a touch. All right, let's put in our landing lights. Landing lights are on. Double check our strobe lights. Strobe lights are on. Alright, so let's head and bug back to 110. I want to be about 3 or 4 miles on the left of the runway. I actually didn't look at my chart to make sure the left traffic is approved. I probably shouldn't do that. However late it is to do that. Let's see. Okay. Yep. Don't see any warnings saying right traffic or right pattern. So yeah. Okay, that's our airport. Looking good. So we want to capture the localizer manually. So what we'll do is we'll come out, swing back, and come back in over this island. And is high. That's because going so slowly. All right. But I want slow flight, so we'll drop some slacks here to help lower our nose. Actually, we'll go flaps 5. And that should help our nose come down. Yep. All right. So we'll just get out over the water, and we'll make a left to 0. Let's do let's see, 29 is, yeah, we'll make a left to 050 040. Let's do 040. All right. All visual here. So we're over the water. Let's go ahead and put in our left turn. 040. Localizer, and as soon as we capture that, we go to nav and approach. All right, like just captured it. Nav. A little bit more than I do. The altimeter was 3014. Let's make sure we get that in, because that's important. Yeah, we're gonna have to capture this thing manually. So I see load 1 here. I'm not sure. Should put a course in. Here's my course button. Right now, again. And there's my runway approach. Thinking good this time. All right, glide slope. Yeah. Back over the pilot seat. Turn this guy off. Down. down. Speed brakes. Flaps 15. Down, flaps 15 is set.
1,000.
And indicated. And I understand. Okay.
Light slow.
I was looking at 103 and seeing 183. All right. And it's my aircraft. Trim out this back pressure. Line her up.
500.
Let's see, turn that on.
400. 300. 200. 100. 50, 40, 30, 20, 10.
And I actually missed my turnoff, but that's okay. I do know where get the reverse ox out. I do know where the FBO is at that we want, since I did brief that. Alright, and we are clear of the runway, so we can stop and clean up. Being single pilot, even though this is a dual pilot aircraft, I do always stop to do my cleanup, flaps and lights. Trim. See where we are. Trim. Not that bad. Alright. Alright. Got some lining up to do. Close so we can see our touchdown. Nice. Nice. You guys like that, don't you? I like it. Now, see how my nose wheel stayed up? I saw a video the other day that I'm reminded of, that when they landed, they actually put push forward all the way on the yoke to force the nose of the wheel down. So I am going to have to remember to do that going forward. The only way I can leave that nose wheel up like that is I've got a failure on that front gear and it doesn't want to come up. Anyway, let's get out of here. And transponder. Stand by. Actually, we should leave our transponder on at this point because they want to know where the aircraft is these days at all times. So let's turn the transponder back on. Let's be a good pilot. Okay. One thing about the 10 is it would be helpful in aircrafts with a lot of controls down at the, let's see, when you have a lot of controls down at the, let's see, Charlie's what I want. So turn here on Charlie. On the pedestal, rather than popping out the displays, I wish I could pop out those pedestal controls. What do you think, guys? Nice. Approaching our FBO. And let's pour right on into this one here. Part beside this Piper slow wing, and we take this space right here so that nothing can get bounced. It's such a big jet. Not going to be directly lined up. In fact, looks like going to be off by a long shot. And we'll stop right here. Let's see what we did. Off by a long shot. That I knew. But we got a big jet, so we'll live with it. Alright. At least a medium-sized jet. Okay. So let's set our brakes. And you know what I didn't do, guys? It happens every time. Every time I can never remember to revert back to my checklist. Alright. So I skipped descending, pre-landing, after landing, which the biggest thing I need to do after landing is turn my APU back on, which I'm grateful that I never turned it off, but I do need to let it come up to 100%. All right, so let's see, back to after landing. And spoilers are retracted, APU master is on, generators on, bleed air is on, and fuel. Check for fuel and fuel. 3580 on the fuel, looking not bad. All right, and now we can do a shutdown. Parking brake is set. Left and right bleed arrows can go off. And center wings can go off. Throttle can go off. Avionics can go off, but let's turn off some other stuff first. And pitot heat, make sure that's off. Switches. This icing that I left on, should have turned it off. Okay. And I got a red flashing lights, but I don't have a master caution. That's should have a master caution. Alright, this guy go off, so all of my switches are off now. Alright. And avionics can go off. Avionics generators left and right can go off. Do have on my APU pitot heat left and right can go off. I will turn those off. Windshield left and right can go off. Those are off. APU bleed can come off. And I never turned it on. And generator can go off. I never turned it on. All I did was turn the master. Yeah. Alright, so this guy can go off. Off. There we go. And ECAS can go off. APU master can go off. And standby switches can all go off. And I think those are all off. Standby. And the batteries 1 and 2 can go off. All right. And that does it, ladies and gentlemen. We have successfully made a long, short flight to Portland, Maine. Go back here, and I hope you guys enjoyed the flight. And until next time.
Y'all come back now. Cheers.